Hey y'all, taking a little break from the homeschool content to share some simple dinner ideas that we've enjoyed over the last few weeks. I will put all of the links down below in the description in case you want to try any of these recipes out. They're all simple, quick to make, use minimal processed ingredients, and my kids enjoyed all of them. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to make is a chicken, bacon, and broccoli skillet. I love recipes that you can make just on the stovetop in one skillet like this. So quick, so easy, and has minimal cleanup. So just going to go through the steps real quick. Cook your bacon, then you take the bacon out and you put in your chicken and a diced onion with your seasonings. Cook it down. Then you're going to put your rice in with some chicken broth and your frozen or fresh broccoli, however you want to use it. You're going to cover this, let it cook till the rice is tender. You top it with cheese if you want to, and that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, next up we are going to be making a cheesy meatloaf and potato bake. So we do meatloaf and mashed potatoes quite frequently in our house. This was just a fun way to change it up a little bit. Basically, you make your meatloaf in the bottom of a large pan, you make your mashed potatoes, and then you top your meatloaf with it, cover it with a little bit of cheese, and bake it together in the oven. I just used my meatloaf recipe. The recipe I found for this online did not call to put like the tomato based meatloaf topping on this, but I went ahead and put it on there because it just didn't feel right not to. So you could do it with or without. But I did it with, and it was yummy. I think my kids actually preferred this to regular meatloaf, which was nice. And it was just, like I said, a fun way to change up something that we have frequently. So the first thing that I did is I put my potatoes on to boil so that they could be cooking while I assembled the meatloaf. Then I baked the meatloaf for about 15 minutes. What you just saw there was the meatloaf after the first 15-minute bake. I had to drain off a lot of grease because I used a pound of pork and a pound of lean ground beef, so there was quite a bit of fat that cooked out. After that initial pre-bake, I put the glaze on top of it and let it cook for like 5 more minutes just so that glaze could get a little sticky. During that time, I went ahead and got my mashed potatoes ready, and then, like I said, just put your mashed potatoes on top of the meatloaf, cover it with a little bit of cheddar cheese, let it bake, and that is it. Okay, next up we have a smoked sausage and pumpkin pasta. Wasn't sure if my kids would like this, but they did. So I used some smoked sausage that we had here instead of an Italian sausage like I saw a lot of recipes online called for. But basically I just browned my sausage, took it out of the skillet, put in some onion, some garlic, my canned pumpkin, some milk, and beef broth, I believe. Cook that down to make a creamy sauce, and then I added in my smoked sausage back to it, let it cook a little longer just so some of the sausage flavor could go back into the sauce. Put some cooked noodles in there, put a little Parmesan cheese on top, and this was so good. I didn't think my kids would like it, but they did. So this is definitely going into our menu rotation. And I forgot, on this night we actually also had homemade cookie cake. If you're not making cookie cakes at home, you totally should. They're so easy and so good. Okay, the last thing I have for you guys is going to be a Tex-Mex rice skillet. So going back to those one skillet recipes, you will see me do this very frequently if I don't have something planned for dinner or if I just need something quick. Probably gonna throw some vegetables and protein and rice in a skillet and let it all cook down together. Just season it up a variety of different ways to, change the flavor profile of it. So like I mentioned, this one was done kind of a Tex-Mex style. So I just put in diced onions, bell peppers, a can of diced tomatoes. If you have it with green chilies like Rotel, you could do it that way. This was just plain diced tomatoes, some taco seasoning, my rice, some beef broth, and then I brought it to a boil, covered it, let it cook until the rice was tender. Then I just gave it a good stir. You want to stir this kind of in between in the cooking process as well to keep it from sticking to the bottom. And then we just topped it with whatever kind of taco related items we had. Sour cream, avocado, some tortilla chips, and cheese. And that was dinner this night. So that's it for today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.